euro is spiking here. Pound is strong. Anybody want to fade any of those? Like, do you think that U.S. dollar, stages a little bit of a comeback here? Let's take a look at those pairs post-event.
Yeah, I'm waiting for an update here. I've got this currency strength chart running. I'll bring it up on my screen. So I watch this every 5 minutes. We get a nice little update. So at 8:40, I'm going to see where this dollar, because we might see the dollar bottom off this and see, the Aussie and the New Zealand start to dip. So I think the dollar ends up fading off of some of these pops. So I would be looking for at least, just kind of a neutral position.
Can you bring us back to the currency strength chart? And
of course. Yep.
Can we talk a little bit about that? So for a lot of people who don't understand, what does this really show, and how are you using this in your analysis?
Yeah, so I look at this every day, and so basically this is the start of the trading day, and so you can see, like, as we roll into Asia session, as we roll into the London session, you can see that essentially we just expand in volatility. So more of the active zone trading through London session, US session, and so with the news this morning, you can see a lot more volatility, and so the winner of the day so far, according to 8:39 a.m. Eastern time, is we have the New Zealand and the Aussie the strongest. We have the dollar that just dropped from non-farm as the weakest. But what I want to look for here is this updates every 5 minutes. So in 1 minute, do we see this actually starting to bump off the lows and then see this start to dip off the highs, which means to me the news would be reacting of we had that strong push and flush out on the dollar, and then we start to neutralize that news, in the next maybe half hour or so. But that's what I use it for. Yeah, it's every 5 minutes. So, I mean, it's essentially a nice little screenshot of what's the strongest, what's the weakest. If I'm looking for opportunities on a daily basis, I'm usually referencing this to make sure that, I don't just have to arbitrarily scalp one currency pair. It's like, let's try to find what is strong versus weak and see how that looks in the larger context.